Hey guys, Ron Lyons here, the Tactical Redneck, coming at you from small town Texas at my ranch right here. And I want to kind of cover something that I think gets passed over a lot in our circles, and that is how we tend to take care of our gear or sometimes not take care of our gear. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm just as guilty as everyone else in doing exactly what I'm going to sit here and talk about today, but maybe we can change that just a little bit. And here's the thing. We're all really good at collecting gear. We watch videos, we learn from people, we have life experience, and over time we get this knowledge about gear. So from your blades to your stuff like that, the actual bags and packs and things like that, fire starters, water purification, light, heat sources, all of that. We're really good at collecting all that gear. And we're pretty darn good at packing it or loading it out. But sometimes we're not the best at maintaining that gear. And this just kind of came up to me recently because I've been testing and carrying this little Kershaw, and we've got a follow-up video going on this here pretty soon. This is an economy Kershaw knife, and it's been super good. But what I noticed here just the other day was it's kind of losing its sharpness a little bit, and I thought, you know what, I need to sharpen it. And then I thought, what if I was out in the field and needed to sharpen it? So I started looking for a solution to some sort of a way to sharpen a knife, especially like an EDC or something that you put in a pack, out in the field. Now I've got knife sharpeners, I've got really nice elaborate ones, but I'd never put them in a bag or a pack and carry them. So we found this. This is the Smith brand. There's actually two sharpeners in here, and as you can tell, they're super thin. Very inexpensive, but apparently really good. I don't know yet because I've not tested it, but you've got two grooves on here. You've got a ceramic and then a carbide, so you've got more of a kind of a coarse surface to put an edge on a knife, and then you've got a fine surface in order to really hone that blade down and get a very sharp edge on it. Now this thing, for the set of two, $10. You can find these all over the place. Tractor Supply has them. They're around, they're available, they're on the internet. It's called the Pocket Pal, and I believe that you'd be able to stick this in a pack or a bag or even in your pocket, carry this thing with you very easily. So what we're gonna do is test this thing. We're gonna see how it does. Now, I'm gonna first use my little Kershaw EDC that I've been carrying a little bit, and we're gonna see how it's cutting things like string and tarp and stuff like that. Then we're gonna sharpen it using the Pocket Pal. Then we're gonna come back and cut those same things again and see how it did. Hopefully, little Pocket Pal is a great solution to something that we all probably face, which is how do you carry something like a knife sharpener in your kit without it being too bulky and too heavy. Now let's find out how it does, guys. Hang on, and we're gonna put it through its paces. All right, it's gonna be interesting to see if the little Kershaw knife here is actually even sharp enough to open this package. I have my doubts. Now let's just hope that I can do this without cutting one of my fingers off or done something like that. I think we'll try to take this bottom one out first. So put that in there. Yeah, it is definitely nowhere near as sharp as it has been. And that requires a fair amount of force right there to get that thing open. And what I normally like to do with a real sharp knife is I like to cut all the way around something like this and try to keep the packaging intact so that I can refer back to that. I don't know if this knife right now is going to let us do that. So I'm going to Keep trying to cut this plastic a little bit. Okay, maybe that's good enough to go ahead and get this little jewel out. All right, good. So we kept the package mostly intact. That's good. And this thing is surprisingly, I mean, you know it's lightweight because it's small, but it's very, very light. It's actually pretty nice. You've got the coarse side right here, and then you've got the fine side over here. So it looks like kind of a V shape right there, if you can kind of see that. And it's got a small hole in it, probably so that you can do like a lanyard type setup, maybe strap this to the outside of your pack or something like that. But anyhow, we're gonna follow the instructions and sharpen this knife according to their instructions and see how it does. All right, so according to the instructions, what you wanna do is go on you've got a ceramic and a carbide side, and what you wanna do is get on the coarse side, which is going to be the carbide part, and you want to set the blade in it back down at this end, moderate to light pressure, pull it through until you get all the way down to the tip of that knife. Now this is really for establishing a new edge, so we're not going to go crazy on the carbide part here. We're just going to do this a little bit. Just try and reestablish a nice edge. There's 3, 4, we'll do 6 of these. 5, 6. Okay, so 6 pulls. You can already see that it's really cleaned up that edge quite a bit. There's some little nicks in here. I could probably do that a little bit more, but we're gonna stop right there. Now we're gonna go over to the ceramic side over here, and we're gonna do 6 pulls on this side equally. So put this down firm, put the blade in at slight tilt, pull it through. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now then. All right, that already is grabbing the ridges on my fingerprints there pretty good. That feels pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and give that a shot. Let's grab some of that string and see how that does. Same string. I'm gonna go ahead and set this over here, and we'll do the single cut first. Let's just see how that does. So let's just give that a shot. Okay, that did not. Okay, that's not feeling super good. Now it's a little easier, but still not great. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come back to the sharpener. And yes, I know I'm kind of capitulating back and forth between the honing and the edge, and probably half of you are going to tell me that I should have finished the coarse side all the way until it got as sharp as I wanted it, and then put that fine hone on it, and I get that. But remember, we're trying to see how much of this it actually takes. So 2, 3, now then, let's test that. Let's see how that does. And you may be able to tell there is a ever so slight bend in the tip of this knife. Obviously it's been pushed into something that wasn't too forgiving, and it's got a little tiny twist right in the tip of that knife. So that's something we'll cover in the follow-up of this knife. But right now, all right, let's go ahead and give this a shot. Same kind of hay string. Let's give that a shot. Okay, that was easier. Still didn't cut all the way through. That was definitely easier, so we're gonna come back. I think this time we're gonna go back just to the honing part, and we're gonna keep working this just a little bit. We're gonna try and kind of fine tune this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, let's give that a shot now. The hay string here, same hay string, fold that in half. Still not Still not cutting like I think that it should. I cut through most of that. It didn't quite finish it. I'd have to give that a second effort. Of course, it'll go through on the second one. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump back over to the coarse one, and I'm gonna really put some effort into the coarse side here. I wanna really bring this down just a little bit and see if I can establish a much better edge on this thing. I just feel like this should be doing a lot better. So either this is not good, or the blade was just that dull. And I really don't think the blade was that dull. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one. Now that edge is shining now, so that's pretty nice. I like that. Now let's see how it does with the string. Some more of the hay string, same string. Let's put this in here, and let's see how it does. Okay, much better. Still not as great as I would hope for. Still not as good as this knife was originally. We're gonna come back and give it one more round on this thing, and then we're gonna go ahead and make our assessment of this. So let's go ahead and give it one more shot here. Okay, we got 12 more on the carbide, 12 more on the ceramic. Now let's just see how this does. I have high hopes for this one now. Okay, so same hay string. I'm gonna put that in there and cut. All right, that went nearly through it. That was pretty darn good and much easier. Okay, still not awesome. Still not fantastic. Let's do another one right here. Okay. It's going through it. The knife is definitely sharper, but that is not doing what I want that to do. And that is absolutely unfortunate. All right, guys. Well, unfortunately, the Smith's Pocket Pal did not live up to expectations. And there's you a little bit of a taste of the authenticity of this channel. If things perform well, we're going to tell you. If they're kind of in between, we'll tell you. And especially when they don't do well, we're not going to hold back. We're not going to worry about somebody getting upset that we didn't promote their product. So I paid cash for this. Nobody was paying me to do the promotion. We tested it and it did not perform. So anytime I can go and do something and help you save some of your hard-earned money, help you avoid a problem, that's what I want to do. Now, if you know of a better option than what we tested today, make a comment below. I try to respond to everything. Let me know what you know about that's out there. What's out there that we could stick in a pack, use it out in the field to sharpen a knife in the event that we need to. If you have any thoughts or any suggestions, make them below. Like I said, I'll try to respond. And a lot of people ask about these shirts and stuff that I wear on these podcast video episodes or on the videos that we release and all of that kind of stuff. This particular one is from a little town in North Texas. This little thing is called the Silver Spur. It's like a 1990s retro, taking you back to like the late 80s, early 90s country music, a lot of classic country music, and it's just super awesome. There's not a lot of that stuff around anymore, and this happens to be a t-shirt from that. Now, I've got a handful. I've got about 20 of them. If you're interested, I'm going to put them for sale on the website. It's tacticalredneck.com, and tell me your size. Grab one, I'll have it in the mail to you, and I think it's super awesome. Not just everybody has a Silver Spur t-shirt from Salina, Texas. If you want one, go grab it. I'll get it in the mail to you. Anyways, guys, we're going to be doing more videos, more everything. Check everything out. Hop into this ecosystem. There's a lot out there. We're pushing it out, trying to make a good experience for you. So go out there, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, because we got to beat this YouTube algorithm stuff, right? And we're going to see you on the next video. But until then, guys, stay safe and God bless.